Hey, I think this shit's working. Okay, so literally earlier today, I did an hour and a half stream. My stupid ass. I didn't realize I had my mic settings fucked up, so I can hear myself talking my mic, but there's 0% output. So there was just a bunch of breaks in these calls where I'm just, I don't know, poking fun at Lorne or just providing some commentary, some extra context, shit like that. And it's obviously just a ghost there. So we're gonna retry this. We're gonna start the Casey calls. I think in the next couple days I'll probably pick up where we left off. I know I haven't streamed in like 2 months or something. I don't fucking know, but I've just been listening to these at work while I've got some downtime and just kind of I don't know. I extra hate Lorne in these calls. So we're gonna run these puppies, and we'll start with episode 1. This is Blue Boy's channel.
Hi,
Hello?
there you are. I can hear you this time. Uh, it feels good to hear your voice.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I am sitting on my bed watching TV and eating watermelon.
Eating watermelon for dinner?
Yeah, yeah, well, kind of. I was kind of a pig today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did a lot today, so
Mhm.
yeah.
What you eat today?
Today, all day long, what did I eat? I had a bowl of cereal this morning and a banana and a glass of orange juice. And for lunch, I think I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And then I had, Roy had, I don't know, some things he bought from the store, cheeseburger and chicken burger things. So I had a
Oh,
cheeseburger. Yeah,
wow.
I usually don't eat them cheeseburgers from the store. I like my own
You don't?
grilled cheeseburgers. But I
You
had
like
that.
grilling?
I love grilling. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
me too.
Yeah, and I make burgers perfect, like
You.
literally perfect, nice
How
and
do you make
juicy.
them?
Lauren fucking boils his hamburgers. Don't let him fool you. This dude, when's the last time he's ever even talked about grilling things? We're like 14 years deep in the catfishing or something. Like he's never grilled a thing.
I just I used to put Montreal steak seasoning on them, but
Mhm.
I ran out of the Montreal steak seasoning. I'm like, well, I don't have anything to put on them, but I'm gonna see how it tastes with just me making the burger. So I
No
did.
seasoning?
That's kind of revealing there. I don't have any fucking seasonings in my house. Usually I just have the Montreal side of it. See how, dude, he's so revealing he doesn't even realize it.
That, huh?
You didn't put any seasoning on them?
I started and I didn't that time, but it turned out so good. It was like, oh my god! So I started putting seasoning on them,
Oh, well, that works
and
for you.
it was awesome. So I kept doing it, and
Wow.
it's nice and juicy and damn, so good. I actually was gonna make them tonight, but Roy pulled that out. Like, I'm tired. I didn't feel like doing anything,
Yeah.
so I just
Just
ate that.
watermelon today.
Huh?
Just watermelon today. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Do I sound good?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Also, I love how chipper Casey or Blue Boy pretends to be in this first call, and Lauren's immediately hooked. And the more that she laughs at his stupid jokes and pretends to be a giddy little girl, he gets so overwhelmed with emotion. He's like, "Fucking finally! I've been through a decade of catfishes. This is finally mine. This is Lauren's time. Lauren's gonna win. O'Doyle rules." And it quickly falls off, like episode 2 or 3 or some shit. Like the whole act just drops, and then for the next like 90 episodes she's just kicking his ass. And he just hangs on. He's like, wait, I got that dopamine hit, fucking give that shit, run it back one time for old Lorne. And yeah, he hangs on forever until Preparette comes back in the picture.
Yo, you sound good too. Like I'm from Maine, but I didn't actually have a lobster until like 4 years ago.
Really?
Yeah,
You
because
lived in Maine your whole life? Well,
yeah,
besides
well,
briefly.
yeah. Besides, well, I lived in Maine until I was 19 or almost 20.
Mhm.
Then I went in the Air Force for 2 years. Then I came back to Maine for a year. Then I went out to Washington State for 3.5 years. Came back to Maine for another year. Went back out to
Mhm.
Washington State for another 3.5 years. I
Oh
went down to
wow.
Oklahoma. Yeah, I went to Oklahoma for like 3 months. When I was 18, I moved to California for 3 months.
What were you doing out here?
Actually, my uncle, two of my uncles lived out there, and two of my brothers lived out there.
Mhm.
Um, they were installing dry cleaning equipment.
Oh.
So my first uncle that was out there, he'd been out there since he was 19. He's he's dead now, but
Oh, I'm sorry to
um,
hear that.
yeah, that was rough. He had dementia. That was pretty rough.
Mhm.
But he made a lot of money out there doing dry cleaning, and my other uncle, he went out there and he made a lot of money out there doing dry cleaning. He's still the second uncle's still alive. But then
He still lives
Roy
out
and
there.
no, he actually moved back here. I don't know, probably must be 15, 20 years ago now. He moved back here, but he's got like I don't know 12, 14 rental houses. So he
Oh,
yeah, he makes a lot. He's got a lot of money.
that's
But
nice.
yeah, yeah. And, Roy and Paul, they were out there for I don't know,
And
almost
who
been
are they?
huh?
Roy and who?
Roy and Paul, my brothers, both my brothers,
Oh, oh, you
two
have two
two of my
brothers.
brothers. Yeah, well, actually, I have four brothers
Oh
and one sister.
wow.
Yeah, yeah. My sister's the oldest. Her name is Lori. Then
Okay.
there's Ralph. Then there's Ralph, Roy, Paul, Richard, and I'm the youngest.
Oh yeah.
So how many siblings do you have?
I just have an older brother.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
How much older is he than you?
A couple years.
A couple years.
Mhm.
So have you lived out in California all your life?
No, I'm from New Jersey.
Really?
Mhm.
You're from the East Coast and you moved out to the West Coast?
Yeah.
What's
Happy
wrong with
work.
you?
Sunny out here.
I know,
So
but
nice.
there's money out on the East Coast too.
I don't like the weather.
Well, yeah, but how much have you
Oh,
how much have you played in the weather though? You go
much have I
skiing and
played?
snowmobiling.
All the
Yes, go
time. You know it
skiing.
snows in New Jersey, right?
Well, yeah, but not like Maine though.
Well,
New
yeah.
Jersey, that's just a little bit of snow in New Jersey. That's not enough to
It's a
have fun
lot of
in.
snow.
Not in New Jersey. It's not enough to have fun in this. You can't go snowmobile in New Jersey. You end up
You can go skiing,
snowmobile mud.
snowboarding,
You end up snowmobile
oh
mud
my,
or mudding
I
mobile.
guess.
uh,
I mean, I'm
yeah,
from there. I think I know better than you.
yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. uh, you can't do that in California though, unless you go to the mountains.
Great. I don't want to.
You want to come back to Maine and do it in Maine?
Mm, I don't know.
I really think you'd love Maine.
Why's
It's so
that?
pretty here because it's so pretty here, and it's just like the weather is year round. It's you hit all
Hello?
and the people are so different than they are
Sorry, you
in,
cut out.
in
I can't hear you.
Hold on a second. Let me
Okay.
I'll put my phone over by the window so that way the signal's a little rugged here.
Well, we have signal out here.
You got signal out there?
Yeah, California's better.
In California's winter.
Better.
Weather.
Better.
Better?
B-E-E-E-R. Better.
There you go. I was trying to figure out which word you were saying, weather or better. Maine's better. I've been to California. I did like California, but I didn't like it. Didn't like it as much. We lived. See, my uncles lived in Fullerton, in Anaheim.
Fullerton.
Well,
oh,
they lived
okay.
in
You're Anaheim.
Yeah, yeah. I actually, where I lived was actually right in Anaheim, actually right next to Fullerton.
Oh, okay. How long did you live out here?
I lived there for 3 months, but then when I was in Washington State the second time, I wound up getting my CDL, and I would go for Snyder. So I did the 11 Western states, and so I would always go down I-5 right down through California.
So all right.
Like constantly go down I-5. Yeah, I loved that for 3 months. I loved that. Then there was all different things that I'd see, but the next 3 months was just really boring. So I was like, I'm definitely not an over-the-road truck driver.
Oh yeah, I'd never be able to do that.
Yeah, no, that got very lonely very quickly.
I bet.
Funny, I like when Lorne talks about being too lonely here, as if his life in Maine, he's got his finger on this social pulse of Cornville, and he's just the centerpiece of this bustling culture. Your whole life sucks. You're always lonely. Your fucking family hates you. You have no friends that you can't buy with a 6-pack or 12-pack of beer and a cookie walkie pie. This dude's such... All right, I will give him this. He is trying very hard to church up and upsell his life right now. And I think we're going to come into contact with Lorne trying to be the best salesman that he can be. And then we're going to dissect why he's a fucking failure in that too. Ready to go.
So I found other different jobs, driving truck for a septic system or a septic business out there that I actually wound up becoming best friends with them and with the owners of it. And yeah, that was probably one of the best jobs.
Yeah, and nobody is going to want to be his best friend. So when Lorne says somebody's his best friend, because as we know at this point, he likes to tell you who your best friend is. It's literally anyone who gives him a modicum of attention above and beyond general pleasantries. That's it. Automatically your best friend. If after hello, how are you doing, you say another thing to Lorne, for the next rest of millennia, you're now best friends. So congratulations.
Jobs I've ever had working for them.
Why'd you go back to Maine then?
Huh?
Why'd you go back? Why'd you leave that job? You went back to Maine?
My best friend's a pedophile.
Yeah,
Isn't that cool? He drives truck.
I think I was just ready to come back. Well, there was a couple of different reasons. One was I was ready to come back, and the other was even though they were my best friends and they owned the company that I was working for, they became a Fortune 500 company. So these Fortune 500 Fortune 500 people came in and showed them a different way to run the company, so they'd make more money. Well, them making more money decreased the amount of money that I was making by a significant amount.
They explain that again. They made more money, so you made less money.
Yeah, the more money that they made was because it was coming out of my check.
Oh.
Yeah.
Weird.
See, I would make commission off things that I would sell. I'd make hourly plus commission. So I I'd make more off commission than I would off my hourly pay. And
Oh.
it's like I'd sell something for $50 or for 100 and $198, I think it was, and I'd make $50 commission off of that. But then when the Fortune 500 people came in, they told them there's no reason for you to give $50 worth of commission to your employees when they'd be satisfied with $15 off, of commission. And they said if your employees now don't like it, then they'll quit or they'll deal with it. But you'll get other employees to come in, and they'll like being able to get the $15 commission. So it's just a matter of time, before all the original employees quit. So they got all new employees in there. They made more money, but then they wound up getting a divorce.
Lorne always sounds like, the first time he meets any catfish, he always sounds like the kid with the least amount of social skills in the class that is most excited that anybody's talking to him, and he's trying to communicate his likes and obsessions in such a way that he feels like everybody is going to be equally as like enthusiastic about it. And you couldn't give a fuck less about what he's talking about, like and so and then when I and then so and then just one long run-on sentence. And then this is where I feel like the mini syllables were born out of, is when people gave enough of pushback that he had to like reset, because he's already pre-planned like how the conversation goes, like they're enthralled, and he's like, okay, and then I'm gonna say this and this. But when that doesn't happen, he starts on his his script, and is like, oh fuck, that's not gonna work. So I have to like think, this is a spontaneous conversation, right? And then he goes, and he starts doing that shit, right? I think this happened in childhood with him, but I guess we get to see little speckles because he's a little bit more practiced now. He's not good, but he's a little bit practiced. What's up, Tickle? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man.
Bought the company from him, and it was a mess. And they had twins at the time.
Yeah.
They were getting a divorce. But
wow.
yeah, that was a trip.
What do you do for work now?
Right now, I actually drive truck, and I'm actually the job that I told you about is I actually should be starting on Saturday. The guy said.
Oh, how exciting!
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be a real tough job. I'll be driving up and down the interstate. I'll be driving up and down 95. That's pretty much all I'll be doing is dropping and hooking trailers, FedEx trailers.
Oh, okay. You're not dropping off packages?
No, just the tractor trailers. I'll be dropping the trailers off in the yard, and then I'll be hooking onto another trailer and taking that to another spot and dropping that off. And that's all I'll be doing. And they get all the benefits too.
Wow.
Yeah, medical and dental, health and vision, 401k, you get everything with them.
Everything you need.
Yes. Now I just need you to move out here. See?
What part of Maine do you live in? Like near the coast?
No. Okay. What part of Maine would you in when you were here?
I was in Portland.
You were down way down the end of Maine.
Oh, is that far?
I'm right in the almost in the dead center of Maine.
Oh, okay.
If you look at the map and you see a town named Skowhegan, I'm actually right next to that town.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it's called Cornville.
Cornville. What's there to do in Cornville?
There ain't a damn thing to do in Cornville, but there's all kinds of things to do all around Cornville. See, you're a nature girl, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there is nothing better than waking up in the morning, going out and seeing trees and grass.
Not trees.
Well, yeah, but you got trees, but you also got buildings. galore.
You don't got buildings.
See, what we're seeing right here is, remember, this is Lorne saying he was working off commission, that his paycheck was getting docked. He started off at like what, $50 a sale, whatever the fuck he was. This is him selling Casey on one of the most beautiful states in the lower 48. This is Maine. This is gorgeous country. I don't know if you've ever seen some photographs of Maine, but when it's not just snow covered, it's fucking beautiful. And he manages to fuck it up and make it sound like the Nevada desert. He's just, well, you got fucking grass and then trees, nature girl, right? Like, you got buildings there. So obviously Lorne is not his income didn't decrease that much when they reduced the commission numbers, right? Like whatever one sale a month is, so what, he lose $45 or some shit. This dude is the worst salesman. In fact, I think she's going to move further away from California. She's like, wow, I need to be in Russia right now, to be on the polar opposite side of fucking Maine, because you're dog shit at selling me on why I would want to be at this place. And then he goes into further ruin the whole ordeal by saying, well, I'll let him do it. He's so good at just fucking this up.
I don't have buildings. Yeah, I get buildings. I got a couple sheds outside. I look outside. Like right now, I planted a tree actually when I what was it, like a year after I got out, and that tree is, I mean, it was probably like 2 feet high, and right now that tree is probably about 15 feet high, and I've got it outside my walk-in closet window, and I can see it. I can see it, and it's just nice. It's so pretty, and I just get grass behind that and more trees, and
So that's all there is, huh? Just trees.
and across the road is more trees. It's just nature. It's so nice, and it's
You're
quiet.
not doing a very good job on selling me on Cornville.
Okay, well, I don't really want to live in Cornville all my life anyway. I actually would like to have a house on a lake. That's what I
Oh,
want.
that'd be so pretty.
Yeah, and that's actually what I plan on getting. Like
Yeah.
maybe in the next year or two. I actually would like to have a house on a lake. That's what I
Oh,
want.
that'd be so pretty.
Yeah, and that's actually what I plan on getting. Like
Yeah.
maybe in the next year or two.
Yeah,
and I'd like to have
okay.
nice big windows in the back.
There's a YouTube comment, I think, that somebody said lake house question mark. Like, you can't even afford a puddle tent or something like that. It's so funny. Lorne, oh God.
So that you can see the lookout
What a
and see
fucking
the lake.
idiot.
And I like to have a loft with a master bedroom. I know exactly the kind of house that I want, because it's actually been built already.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Got
but
your
somebody
eye
else
on
owns
it.
it. Yeah, somebody else owns it, and I actually knew the people that actually had it built. So, but they sold it to somebody else a long time ago because they got divorced. But it's just such a pretty house. But it's also up in a town that I don't want to live in. So
Oh well.
I have to pick a different lake and build a different house.
Oh yeah.
So
What's your house like?
what's my house like? My house is actually my uncle's trailer that I've been tearing apart and rebuilding.
Yeah, it's not a
adding
house.
onto it. And that's why I don't want to live here.
Yeah, I figure. I've never been in a trailer before.
You haven't?
No.
Well, this isn't really like any normal trailer anymore, because I've been adding onto it and redoing the whole thing.
Yeah, it's definitely not normal.
It's like it doesn't matter how much I do to it. The realtor told me that it's not going to increase the value of the property. So it's like I thought about just
This is another thing that, all right, so that's so revealing, right? Like Lorne thinks that this is just because some act of God that there's no way to increase the value of this place. She's saying at the rate you're demolishing your trailer, you're actively driving down the value of the real estate because your additions and your renovations are actually demolitions and just legitimately making the property look like dog shit. You're the reason that property value gets driven down in the area. You are the least common denominator. You're the reason that all the comps in the area of Cornville lose value every year because every time you try to improve something, you destroy something. And it looks fucking worse than before you touched it. But he doesn't see it that way. He's like, huh. So he rubs his temples real hard and he's like, well, fuck, if I had a goddamn lake house next to the fucking road and shit, I should go up about $100,000 and I could pay fucking Betty back or something. I don't know what goes through his head, but he doesn't realize like he's the reason that the value is depreciating. He's the fucking reason. But he either won't recognize or won't admit it. One of the two.
after doing everything I've done, I thought about just tearing it apart and building a house. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to live in Cornville, so I'll just finish the trailer and I'll build a house somewhere else and either rent this property here out or sell it or something.
Yeah.
But
Sounds
I
like you
don't
got
want
it
to.
all figured out.
Yeah, because I don't want to live here. I mean, the biggest reason I'm living here right now really is because of mom. She's in Skowhegan, and it's only like 7 miles away from her. So
Gotcha.
so we'll figure it out though. But there are places that you would love to live on
Like
the lake,
where?
like down by Round Pond where my brother lives. That's nice down there. That's close. That's close to the coast.
I do
That
like the ocean. I love surfing.
can be cold surfing in Maine though. Well, I guess the ocean's cold anyway. Either
Yeah,
way.
no shit.
Um, hell, I'd like to live down by the coast too.
Yeah.
And
Or
and
get away
with
from the
FedEx,
trees.
yeah. Well, no, I don't like get away from the trees.
Lauren doesn't realize coast is where the water meets the land. Like you can have a beach and a lake. There's plenty of beaches in Michigan, even though it doesn't border the Pacific or the Atlantic. He doesn't understand context or anything like this. He knows very basic definitions of like if and but or that or we or were, and that's about the extent of it. So when he talks about these two separate things, as if you can only be on the coast and in the beach of like the Pacific or the Atlantic, like it just lets you know how stupid he is. He just God, he's such a moron. And maybe this is lost on some other people who think that the coast or the beach are only bordering oceans. It's not the case. And sorry, you're like Lauren. You're fucking retarded.
We'll still have trees. Just won't be as many.
So you said you go skiing a lot.
I used to go like a long time ago, and I haven't been in years. Last time I went, I was in the Air Force. We had a ski mountain right on the base, and that was the last time that I went.
There's an Air Force base there in Maine?
No, I was stationed in Alaska.
Oh.
I was up with his real winter weather.
Right, yeah. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah.
So
I was
where do you
stationed up
ski
there.
then in Maine? Where do you go?
Oh, you got. Oh, let me see. You got Squaw Mountain. I gotta remember all the mountains. Mount Katahdin has some. Mount Katahdin's
Well,
actually the highest mountain in Maine.
the last time you skied in Maine, what mountain did you like going to?
That was trying to remember the name of it. Oh shit. It's in Carabasset. The name of the town is Carabasset.
Okay.
Damn. I can't remember I can't believe I can't remember the name of that. It begins with an S. I'm gonna have to look it up
Yeah.
and find out. The three kids that I used to babysit when I was a teenager and their mother, we used to go there all the time, go skiing. And she's the one that taught me how to ski. And she kept
Oh,
looking
really?
behind her. Yeah, she kept looking behind her, and she ran right into a bunch of trees,
Oh,
small
goodness.
trees.
Sonny
Yeah, thank
Bono.
God they were small trees, but all I could think was, holy crap, she's teaching me how to ski. Yeah, so that was too funny when that happened.
Mhm.
But
Imagine teaching fucking skiing lessons to Lorne Armstrong. How hard would that? That might be the hardest job of all time.
God, I love that. I love skiing down there. But see, the skiing there, that's not far from here. In the Squaw Mountain, there's Eden Mountain, which is really close to here.
Mhm.
Voice, dude. So I was just saying at the start of my stream, man, my mic, I had it on monitor only so I can hear my voice, but I had zero output, and I was hollering at you and fucking saying what's up, dude. And I went back to just listen to the levels of the stream, and obviously it sounds like just a bunch of ghost takes, and I'm just randomly pausing the video for I don't know X amount of seconds. I'm retarded. But dude, yeah, good to see you, man. It's been a hot minute. Glad to see you back in here, brother.
There's, um, damn, Mount Katahdin.
Yeah, dude,
There's a
that's
lot
what I
of
was saying.
mountains around here, actually.
I was saying that same shit. I was like, well, first is the mountain of bullshit on Lorne's front yard. So there's Mount Dink. You got to check that out first. And then there's Mount Moron inside. And I don't know what other mountains of garbage he's got back out in his backyard where he doesn't have the whole vinyl lining during the yard sale that they have every year. Like he started hiding all his shit because he started taking away parts of his house and just like moving it 12 feet away in any given direction, just fucking stacking it up. And he's like, yeah, it's a wonder my fucking real estate prices and investments are losing value. Like, how is this happening? Fucking idiot.
It has ski slopes on them. I can't list off all the names of them because I've been
Yeah,
all
you're
over.
right. It was on the fritz.
But there's a lot of mountains here, and there's a lot of lakes too.
Mhm.
But the further north you go, there's less population. So it's like
Oh,
go
yeah.
further south, they get more population. So if you move here back here to Maine, we can move down by the coast. Because I'd have a good job, and you started a dancing school.
Oh,
Make
we can.
Yeah, this is call number two. This is call number two. We can move to the coast and you can start a dancing school. This is how fucking creepy this dude is. I mean, as soon as you give him attention, it's tantamount to a marriage proposal. He's fucking all in. And this is why I disbelieve him really just dodging the whole questions about the whole Walmart situation when he was supposedly just asking this Walmart greeter or cashier if she wants a job. Like, listen to this. Anything beyond a hello or just general pleasantries, just talking to him for an extra 20 minutes. Look at what he's doing right now. He's already planning the rest of his life with fucking Casey again. After he got busted in a fucking sting and spent years in prison, still in rape class, and she was fucking 14 at the time or some shit. Like, what? None of this, none of this is plausible in any other circumstance but the Lorniverse. Period.
yeah. uh, you don't want to leave me out of it, do you? um, see, I got it all figured out. You started dancing school. You make all kinds of money down there.
Yeah. A lot of
There's a
dancers
lot.
there.
Well, yeah, a lot of elderly people that want to learn how to do things and get out and do things. There's younger people that want to learn all the dancing and do all the yoga and stuff. And
Mhm.
you'd make some good money back here, especially down by the coast.
What
Yeah.
the
Never thought
fuck?
about it.
Yeah, now I get you thinking about it, so that's good.
There's trees, there's grass, and there's not buildings, and you can teach old people to do jazzercise in their chairs. What's not to love? Stephen King. Bangamain.
that
Fucking
that would really
moron.
be awesome.
Yeah.
Think about
He lost more sales for that company than any person in history. That's why they had to invite that Fortune 500 consulting company to come in. They're like, what are we doing wrong? They're like, actually, here's what's happening. It's not that you guys are charging shitty prices or your service is subpar. It's one employee in particular. His name is Lorne Armstrong. Get fucking rid of this dude and reap the rewards.
this too.
Hmm.
All of our family is back here on the East Coast.
Hmm.
See,
Your
See?
family?
yours too. You're from New Jersey.
Yeah, I have some family there. Some family
See,
here.
oh, you got family there too.
Hmm. Yeah.
Huh. I wasn't expecting that one. I didn't
Well, yeah,
plan for
I've
that
lived
one
out
there.
here for almost 10 years now.
You've only been out there for 10 years?
Hmm.
What made you move out there? The acting?
Yeah.
Huh. Actually, you probably could get acting jobs from back here
Huh.
in Maine. Because,
Hmm.
well,
Wonder why she
Stephen
Film a
picked
King
lot of
lives right
LA.
in
shows.
Bangor.
Oh,
Stephen King
yeah.
is, yeah. Stephen King
I'll
lives
just
right in
knock on his
Bangor.
door.
Here it is.
Huh?
Just knock on his door. Ask if he can give me a job.
Yeah. I bet I could probably get a hold of him.
You think so?
I really.
Oh.
I, well, there's a guy that. Well, Stephen King owns a radio station, but there's another.
I like how Lauren goes, huh, like L.A. for acting? That doesn't make a lot of sense. There's Bangor up here because there's Stephen King. I know I revealed that earlier, but yeah, I mean, he he's terrible at selling this. Number one, he's terrible at selling this location, and number two, if Casey is moving cross country away from the Northeast to L.A. and she's not terribly excited about talking about her family that's there, do you think that's really like a selling point? And then, of course, he's always got to be like, well, your family's here and my family's here. So there's more of him. There's more of him. Who the fuck wants to move where there's more Lorne? Well, I mean, he thinks that's the ultimate selling point, and that he's about to lock and sign this lease for you. But to anybody else with a fucking brain and a pulse, that is all the more reason to move to fucking Thailand and live on noodles and rice for the rest of your life.
another guy that I know that works at a radio station, not the one that Stephen King owns, but he knows a lot of celebrities. He's
Hmm.
met a lot of celebrities, and he actually stayed over my house one night with my brother, another one of my brothers. Um,
Stephen
we
King
went out.
stayed with your brother?
Huh?
You said Stephen King stays with your brother?
No, the guy that worked at a radio station that knows a
Uh,
lot of celebrities. He
hmm.
stayed over my house one night when I had my septic business, and I lived in a different town.
Hmm.
Him and another one of my brothers stayed over my house that night, and we went out to the bar and everything. And he's got all kinds of pictures of all kinds of celebrities that he's met, and plus he's on the radio all the time, but he knows all kinds of celebrities. And
Yeah.
I think he knows.
Well,
I think he knows Stephen King. So I don't know.
reach out to him for me. Don't tell him that his movies are stupid.
I'll tell him. I know somebody that would be perfect in your movies.
Hmm.
Um, That's what I'll tell him. I'll say I have a perfect person for you to play in your
That's
next
what I'll
movie.
tell him, and then it'll
Yeah.
fucking
Have you
happen
read
just
any of his
like that. Lorne
No,
snaps his fingers,
I've watched
and
a couple of his
Lorne
movies.
makes it happen.
Yeah, they're awful.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't read them. Yeah, he's
You
he's
read a
got a
lot
freaky
though?
mind. No, I have moments when I do, and moments when I
Hmm.
don't. And it's like, well, actually, when I was incarcerated, I actually wrote a book. I actually wrote more than one book, but
You wrote.
The irony here is Lorne is a Stephen King novel come to life. If there ever was one that was plausible, Lorne is that.
I
A
didn't.
book.
Yeah, I didn't spend my time not doing anything when I was incarcerated. But
What's it
I
about?
wrote when I got out. My mom wanted me to publish it, and so
Hmm.
I would write some in it, and then I'd send it back to her, and she'd read it, and then I'd write some more of it, and I'd send it back to her, and she'd keep reading it. And she wanted me to publish it when I got out, so I self-published it. It's called Taking Abroad. If you go on ondemandbooks.com, you'll
Hmm.
be able to find it. You'll be able to find it on there. But that
Oh, okay. What's it about?
it's about 100 some odd pages long. you
No.
want to you want to know?
Let
You got
me
to read
see the.
it. No, actually,
Okay.
hang on a second. I'll read to you what it's about. I've got a
All
copy
right.
of it right
Oh
here.
my god. This is how fucking stupid he is. He's like, remember how you was in the sting and then I got caught up and then I went to prison for 8 years and then I wrote a book and the book's really good because my mom read it and she was like, you should publish that. And she's like, oh, what's it about, Lon? Well, let me read the box to you and the ingredients on it. Like, he's so fucking stupid he can't even church up his own book. He can't be like, oh, it's a great thriller about this guy and this guy. No, he's like, well, there's letters and words on the back of the book, and I'll read those to you. And then, but my mom said publish it, and I fucking wrote another book too. It's how this is the salesman of the year. That's why that company tanked. I fucking guarantee it. That's why that company tanked and had to roll in a consultant firm from a Fortune 500 because they're like, this is not just any old problem here. Like there's a significant fucking issue we can't figure out. We need Fortune 500 help. And then of course Lorne gets laid off. So, I think they're doing fine now.
I think I got a copy of it right here. Yeah, right here.
You just can't remember off the top of your head what it's about.
I do, but
Right?
it's better if I read it from the back of the book.
Yeah,
Okay.
right?
Go
So that
ahead.
way you get a better picture of
Fucking
it.
Okay.
stupid.
All right,
So
let me turn my light on
dumb.
now. Gonna put my reading glasses on now.
You're reading
Oh, Annie's blind. Come up here.
glasses.
Yes, I had to start wearing reading glasses like a year and a half ago. Shocked the hell out of me. I looked at the book and I was trying to read, and I was like, "Why is this getting all blurry on me?"
Hmm.
So I
You're
had to
getting
wind
up
up buying
there.
some. Yeah. I'm still young.
Hmm.
At least in my mind, I am.
Right.
Okay.
You can come to
Preparing
my
for
elderly hip hop class.
come to your what?
My elderly hip hop class.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Come dance with the old ladies.
What is that? Yeah, let's see, and I'll be the youngest one there, and all the others
Yeah.
will be
There you go.
75 and older, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, you saw the way I dance, so you got
Yeah.
to
There
place
you
me
go.
where you see fit.
Hmm. You can show them how it's
Oh,
done.
oh yeah, yeah. Look at me go! I step side to side and swing my arms a little.
All right.
I felt
Read
like
this book.
I felt like such an idiot doing that dancing for you. I was like, here I am
No,
dancing
no.
for somebody that dances professionally. Yeah, I look real intelligent.
Well,
Okay, I'll read this to you.
okay.
Okay, preparing for life after high school. Aaron I'm having a hard time seeing the words here. Like, fucking off the book. Preparing for life after high school. Aaron enlisted into the army, anxious to serve his country and fight for what he believed in. After losing his closest friend to a sniper, Aaron lost it while in the field and spent 3 months in a psychiatric ward until he until being shipped home. Once home, he falls in love with Brooke, a girl he meets on a blind date. Not long after getting engaged, he begins having nightmares of his time in Iraq, in the Iraqi war, but he puts it off as nothing serious. When the nightmares become more intense, Brooke talks to Aaron about seeing a psychiatrist, and because of the deep love that Aaron has for his family, he agrees. Unfortunately, the intense sessions with the psychiatrist don't help, and the nightmares begin to affect Aaron further. Aaron can no longer fight the right and wrong of the murders he's about to commit. In the end, justice is served with a heartbreaking death that Aaron did not plan on. There you go.
Not only, I don't know where to begin. So he monotones the whole thing, and then he starts taking these random dramatic pauses where there's no punctuation. It's like, so one day that I went to the store and I bought a gallon of milk, and so I could pour it in my bowl of cereal, and at the very end, like, instead of like having some sort of inflection to signal that's the end, and that's the, we've come full circle on the summary of the novel, he just reads it in the same monotone voice and takes a weird pause like he's been doing, in case he's like, is that it? Like, are you about to go again? And he goes, but he's got to be like, oh yeah, no, that's it. That like, you may react at this point. That's all I'm gonna say. I think he needs to do his own audio books. I would fucking pay premium money to listen to Lorne voice his own audio books. Oh God, that would be gorgeous content we could comb through for fucking years. Years.
Okay. So it's about PTSD,
It's about what?
having PTSD.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
It's exactly what it's about,
a
stupid.
kid that goes into the military after school and has post traumatic stress disorder. It's pretty much about that.
Wait,
Okay.
it's about what, Lorne?
Post traumatic stress disorder. It's pretty.
What's that? A post-traumatic? Hold on, I'm gonna slow this video down. We're gonna break these syllables down, because I'm a firm believer in Lorne can't pronounce anything beyond 2 syllables, and this is gonna back up my thesis right here.
Pretty much about that. Post traumatic stress disorder. It's pretty much about that. Post traumatic stress disorder. It's pretty much
It's post-traumatic stress syndrome. That's what he said. So it's PTSD. So these are letters we haven't been able to acquire in English yet, but if you pay for the DLC, you can get a hold of them. What was it? One more time, Lord.
post traumatic stress disorder.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
It's pretty much about that.
Okay. I'll have to buy it.
Post-traumatic stress.
You don't have to buy it. Just come here and you can read it. Sneaky on that one, huh?
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah, I'd like to have you. Come here.
That was actually smooth.
Yeah, gotta get you moved.
That's the one time I'm going to give Lorne props, by the way, like in my whole streaming career. That move right there was his one time. That was a blood red moon.
Can you not move?
Well, I can, but I have to get permission from them.
Oh.
It's like I get permission from probation, they have to okay it out in California, and I have to have a place to be out there and somebody that I know, and the area has
Well,
to
you
be
got your
right.
family, don't you?
Out in California,
Yeah.
no, they're not out there anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, 'cause both uncles came back, and one died, and both my brothers moved back here a long time ago too.
How much longer are you on that for?
They've got me on a uh, supervision for life, supervised release for life. So it's and
Oh, okay.
from what my lawyer told me when I signed before I signed the plea agreement, he said that this is what it is, but it's once you take this class, you can go back to court and get off supervised release because they don't want people being on supervised release if they're not a threat to the community. And it's
Oh,
like
okay.
I haven't been a threat for God knows how long, and they still had me in that class, and I figured out. I kind of figured out why they have me in there today. So I got to call my lawyer tomorrow because I've already got my lawyer working on getting me out of that class. It's like
Mhm.
I should have been out of that class within like a year and a half time from what they told me from the start. But I've
Mhm.
never seen anybody get out of that class in a year and a half time. And
Yeah, but you've been in it 5 years. Number two, you don't have a lawyer on retainer that's just doing your bidding, Lorne. This guy's a public defender. He's up to his ears in cases with fucking idiots just like you, probably way smarter than you. But he's not just going to just be at your beck and call. And third, if you have to tell somebody that it's impossible for you to get out of your rape class even though other people graduate, then doesn't that reflect poorly on you? Like, what the fuck, dude?
and it's like
So
they have a book that
you've been in the class since you got out?
yeah
Oh wow. You just get
yeah
out?
and there's one person that I've seen get out of the class, and I've actually had 4 different counselors. For 4 years,
No
I
way.
had one counselor, but then all of a sudden somebody got the contract. They sell the contracts, and it's like they go with the lowest bidder, and somebody else had gotten the contract, and I was with that person for a year, and
Mhm.
then another person got the contract, and I was with that person for a year or two, and then
Wait.
This seems to be a recurring theme in Lorne's life. Like Betty went with the lowest bidder and then got fucked over by Lorne. Probation goes with the lowest bidder, and now Lorne's getting fucked up. That's a circle of life. Is the lowest bidder fucking everybody over? So, you know, welcome to humankind, Lorne. How about it?
now this
So what is this class for exactly?
it, it's for the sex offender treatment class. That's what it's called.
It's called SOT.
Okay. Um,
SOT
and
C.
you've been in it since you got out?
Yeah, and there's a book that you have to finish,
Must be a
and you
big
don't
book.
even. Well, it actually was pretty thick. And well, the thing is you don't have to complete all the assignments in the book. But I took my time, and I took 4 years, and I completed every assignment. Until I felt good about what I had completed. I made sure that I went through everything, so that way
Mhm.
I felt good about it myself because I had a lot of things happen to
Well,
me. So it's like I wanted to get that stuff straight in my head of what brought me to that point where I was able to do something so terrible.
mhm.
So I wanted
But
to understand everything.
you finished the book,
Oh God, I
like a
finished the
packet
book.
or what?
Yeah, I finished the book 4 years ago, and they
Oh.
still haven't let me out of class. So that's why we've been me and my family's been bitching about it for the last 4 years. And finally, it's just got tired of it. They can't even give me a reason now why I'm in there.
Weird.
So yeah, so now it's like I got a lawyer, so we can either figure out why they still have me in there or get me out of there. And I'm shooting for them to get me out of there because
Well, you
they can't
said
even give me a reason.
Well, you said you found out today the reason, right?
Well, I I have an idea of the reason, and it's really not a reason because it has nothing to do with being a threat to the community, which is basically
Well,
the reason why you're in that class. It's
well,
so to
yeah.
make sure you're not a threat to the community. Um, the reason that I think it is, it's not even being a threat to the community.
So you're in there because you're not a threat to the community?
Uh, That's that's what I'm getting from it.
Okay.
From what I heard today,
Hmm.
well, it's not just today that I heard it because it took today for me to realize, this is like the the 20th time that they've told me the same thing, and it's like
Hmm.
it just dawned on me that this has got to be the reason why they still have me in here because
You
I'm
can't
not
just
doing
ask
what.
them.
Oh, I've asked them. I've asked them right out straight. They won't give me
And
the
what?
reason.
They just zip their lips?
They just tell me, is it hurting you being in there?
Lorne, nobody responded that way. But voice, you're right. I mean, it's kind of like that scene in The Waterboy where they had LaDainian Tomlinson come talk to the little kids, and he was like, "Hey, Bobby Boucher, like, how do you play football?" And he goes, "Well, I like to look at the guy, and then I go up, and then I tackle the guy, and then." LaDainian Tomlinson goes, "All right, kids, that leads me to the next point. Don't do drugs." That's Lorne. You know, you're exactly right. He's a cautionary tale. No matter where he goes or what he does, everybody, as soon as he's without, when he's not within hearing distance or speaking distance, they're like, "Don't be like this fucking dude. Just don't do it. If you do anything, don't be Lorne Armstrong." You're exactly right. You're that's a nail on the head, dude.
I'm like, well, no, it doesn't hurt me being there. Everybody should have counseling. It's good for them. It's good for them to be able to talk to people. But
Hmm.
the the thing is I'd rather have a one-on-one session with somebody than I
Well,
would be
so
in a
then
class of people.
I'm not understanding. So what's the issue then?
The issue is if they have me
They
in,
just won't tell you.
yeah, they won't tell me what the reason is.
Hmm.
So because they can't come up with a reason. They've got to have a valid reason. It's
Well,
like
they
they're
gotta
not
have
giving.
a reason. Otherwise, they let you out.
Yeah, well, that's the thing though. They're not telling me what the reason is. So in order for me to find out the reason, I have to I have to actually have a lawyer to do it.
Hmm.
And it
Oh, okay.
and
I
I've got
must have misheard you. I thought you said you figured out the reason.
I think I figured it out. So I got to call my lawyer tomorrow and tell him what I think, and
Hmm.
so that he knows what I'm hearing from the counselor and from probation.
So, what do you think it is? That's the issue.
I think it's because they want me to get out in the community more and socialize. They've stated this out very many times that they want me to meet people out in the community, and it's like I meet people out in the community every day. I mean, I go to the stores and I talk to people, but it's like
Well,
I don't
going
ask
to
them
the
out on dates and
store.
stuff
Come
like
on.
that. Well,
There's no way, shape, or form that any kind of parole board or probation would be demanding people be social, right? Because there's people with autism or things that kind of prevent them from wanting to be social or just even having social skills. There's no way that can be an actual demand or I don't know, like a ledger line on getting off probation. What they want Lorne to be is not a deviant fucking outcast, and he is confusing that with like he likes to put it, they want me in a face-to-face relationship. That's why you gotta fucking come down here and you gotta talk to here, and I want you over there and him over there and me over here. That's why he does that shit. Like he just doesn't listen. He wants the answer to be one thing, so he'll twist the words that people say to kind of form fit his own delusions and shit. So you can never really get like the actual truth of his probation terms or whatnot unless you get the paperwork, which some people have kind of fucked this nitwit out of, and they can be like, they throw it right back in his face, and within 10 minutes his whole defense is just, it crumbles. It's a house of cards. He's like, oh, I thought that was me, but that was them, and then you over there and him over there, and how is this happening? But you, and then we repeat the whole cycle again. This shit's not, at this point in the Cawls and the Lorneography and where we are in the lore, like we've seen this 100 times. We all know that this is just a crock of shit. It's a rack of fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I know, but it's like I don't go bowling. I don't.
Well, could it
Why do
be,
I need to go bowling?
do you think it's possible they mean like volunteering, not just like talking to strangers?
No, they
Well,
don't even mean that.
volunteering would be bad.
Just don't be a creepy fuck, is what they're saying.
Well,
Huh. That's something nobody said to me yet. Was volunteering, which I've
well,
actually.
you said they said to go out to the community, so that's what that means, I think.
No, and I've volunteered before because I went over the humane site and volunteered over there.
You put dogs down.
Huh?
You put dogs down.
Do I put dogs down?
Yeah, like put them to sleep. Is that what you did?
No.
That's what I
Good
would
God,
do.
no. Hey, you're mean. You would love my dogs, really.
Probably
I
not.
do-
I've never met a dog I like.
I bet you would. I bet you would like these two. Because
They keep them outside.
one of them is extremely skittish, and so she was abused before. She spends the majority of her time she spends on the bed, just laying on the bed. And Roscoe is like her safety net. And he's old. He used to be rambunctious before, but now he's older.
Yeah, so he says that she spends most of her time on the bed. Isn't Lorne's house set up where the majority that he spends his time is like on the opposite side of his bedroom? Isn't that how it's laid out? So it would be no wonder that an abused dog that is in a household with a fucking maniac that screams at catfish on the phone for a decade. She wants to be the furthest away from him in a confined space, and he's acting like, no, she just fucking loves my smell. So she lays on the blankets, but she's still skittish. Like, if the dog loved you and wasn't scared, she'd just be right next to you and want to follow you around and hang out with dad. But no, you're a fucking creep that yells and tries to fucking fight drunk people. So, yeah, Lawrence, no fucking wonder, right?
And settle down. No, I think after these two, I don't want to get any more because I've had
Because your
dogs
dogs
all
hate
my life.
you.
Yeah.
It's
They shed. They smell bad.
well, yeah, unless you give them baths and stuff. I mean, there are ways to get around them smelling bad.
I guess. You have to
They
buy
do
them
shed a lot.
food. They need attention all the time.
Yeah, but you think about how loyal they are. Think about how loyal they are to you, how much protection they are.
I'd rather die.
Oh, don't say that. You can't die. You and I just got to be able to start talking here. I do love dogs, but it's so hard when something happens and you don't have them. It's after
Like what? Is it dangerous where you live?
um when this thing happened, I had Bud, my black lab that I had when I was down there in Nashville. And I actually had him when I got my CDL when I was out in Washington State. They actually sent me one time to Georgia, and that's where I found Bud. He was abandoned and abused. His ribs were showing. He had scars on his head, and I was talking to my sister-in-law on the dock, on the payphone on the dock, and he came over and started barking at me. So I got off the phone with her, and from a distance, he looked like a full-grown dog, but then I got up close and I realized he was just a puppy. And the nearest house was like 20 miles away, so I threw him up in the truck and fed him 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and had him ever since that. I raised him for 9 years, right up till the point of the sting. And when the sting happened, and I had to have my best friend Tony go down from Maine down to Nashville and get him. So that was rough on me.
Mhm.
But he wound
So
up.
where you don't have that dog anymore?
No, he's probably dead by now. He probably died.
Oh wow.
Yeah, cause he was 9 when the sting happened. And
Yeah, probably dead.
yeah, he probably died 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah,
Imagine.
probably.
He was a really good dog. Every dog I have is a really good dog because they're loving.
Mm.
They've got
Oh well.
they've got a lot of love in them. They've got a lot of love in them.
Right. Well.
I have a cat too.
Yeah.
Okay, here's something to tell you. Okay, down in southern Maine, which is around the area that's where a lot of rich people are down there. Well, there's the malls down there, and you don't have to go far to go to the malls.
Okay.
That'll help sell you.
That help with what?
It helps sell you a little bit. I'm reaching here. Tell me
Oh,
take pictures of
I didn't know
videos
what you're
up.
talking about. Okay.
Tell me
There's a mall
videos.
here. There's a mall everywhere.
Okay, here's something else that'll tell you. The white population is greater than the black or Hispanic population. See, that ought to tell you right there. I know California has a lot of Hispanic people.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go make dinner. Okay, so I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye. Hi, beautiful.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm much better now.
Okay.
Much better now that I'm talking to you.
How's it going?
We're going better if Roy hadn't drank beer tonight. He went over our friend Elton's and supposed to help Elton with his truck or car or something. And of course, Elton fed him beer while he was there, and now he's back here acting like a jackass. So I got to have a talk with Elton.
Have fun.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. You're so quiet. How come? You tired?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you a little better now. Can you hear me?
I don't even know that Lorne really understands the implications of that, because he tries to come off as this kind of benevolent being where it doesn't matter your creed or your race, your background, but he also kind of destroys that whole house of cards with his own homophobia. It's like, you can be black or anybody else. Like, I only hate gays, so you're still just kind of a bigot. Doesn't matter, you know, which little group you pick to fucking throw your pitchforks up for, Lorne. You're still an asshole. So I really don't know where he gets off doing that shit, but at least that gives you some insight onto his actual intellect, where he does think that because he's a white dude, he thinks he's a little bit better than people, because he's just like, oh, well, at least those people aren't here. He's a fucking moron, and I guarantee you those people, 90% of whoever those people are within Lorne's scope, whoever he's targeting, are 10 times better people than he is, and you would actually trust your children around, probably.
Okay. So how did your day go?
Fine. Work. How'd your day go?
I was fine until Roy came back from Elms.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. You get on the phone and it's like you get a little bit quieter.
Wait, well, you wanted to talk.
Well, yeah.
What's going on?
I always want to talk to you.
Yeah, I figured that meant you had something to say.
Well, yeah.
Okay. What's up?
Okay. You still haven't answered the question that I asked you about how you feel about me mentioning your name in class.
I don't know what you mean. Like, how I should feel about what?
About me telling them that you're part of my life now.
I mean, okay. Said you can't lie to them. I don't know. Or, yeah,
Are you
just
okay with it?
texting and stuff. So go ahead and tell them if you need to.
Okay. I'm glad you said that.
Well, you said you can't lie in class, so
Yeah. I'm glad you said that because I kind of had no choice last Tuesday.
then why'd you ask?
Because I wanted to make sure you were all right with it before I told you.
Well, what if I had said no? Don't mention me to class.
Then I would have been off. I still would have told you that I already did. I would have hated saying it, but
Okay. Well,
I kind of, where I have to be honest in class, I kind of get stuck because they asked me what was going on with me and with Jamie, and
what's going
they
on with
asked me
her?
nothing. I haven't talked to her for 3 days now,
Mm.
which is good.
So what?
Sure.
What's your class say?
Okay. Um. Okay. Well, because of the situation that you and I were in before,
What situation were we both in?
the with the sting, they all but two of them had something. Said
Sorry?
that they all there was only two of them that was actually on our side. I don't really know how to say that.
On our side about what? What's our side?
And our side about talking with each other.
Oh,
uh, um, and those two brought across good points, though.
what?
And I get really defensive in class too. I get so defensive. They irritate me. But well,
How many
they
people
okay.
are in your class?
There's the 6 or 7 that are in there, not including the counselor. And one of them said that, okay, see, the way it is because this is about me. I can talk to you with stuff about me. It's other people in the class I can't talk about stuff about them. So about me, I can talk to you about anything. Um, but one of them said that um, maybe she's sees something good and thinks he's changed, not the person that he was back then, and maybe she
That
wants to talk to him.
I've changed.
Huh?
That maybe I've changed.
Yeah. It's a,
Changed from I haven't changed
it's
about anything. What do you mean?
no, they're trying, they're trying to figure out, they were trying to give their opinion on, uh, on me and you talking, and where you were part of this thing, and I, that's where I get arrested.
Mhm.
Yeah, we know where you got
And said that
arrested.
maybe she thinks that he's changed, and and there might be something good about him, and she wants to find out. And the other one said that maybe she knows something about this thing that in some parts didn't sit right with her, or something like that. And maybe she has her own opinion of it.
Imagine Casey just playing the fool and be like, "Wait, you got arrested? Like you got in trouble?" Or just playing that. I would love to see that angle one time, but it's never been done. Of course, Lorne would pick up on it instantly. Like I know he's a fucking dink and adult, but he's not that stupid. But I would just like to just hear them call him out when he says the most obvious shit sometimes when it comes to this thing.
Thanks.
Well,
So
you know my opinion.
I'm not trying to get any. I'm not trying to get any answers out of you. I'm trying to tell you what they said in class. So I don't want you to be defensive about that stuff. I just want you
No?
to know what they said.
Okay.
Huh?
I'm not being defensive. Okay.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure that you know I wasn't trying to get anything out of you. I just wanted to make sure you know that I was being honest with you about what they said.
Well, what did they say? Like, well, what did you tell them?
I told them that you and I were talking, and the counselor asked me romantically or friends. I said friends, and he he, uh, he asked the rest of the guys in the class what they thought about it, what they would do in my circumstance, and they all gave their opinion of of what they would do.
When you tell class, you have to go to the front, like in front of the whiteboard, and present it like a high school presentation.
No, we're over the phone because of COVID. We've been
Oh,
over the phone for almost 2 years now, which will be over the phone for quite a long time still because of COVID. But the other the other guys in the class basically gave the same opinion as the rest of them. Is those two that those two that was on our side, and the other five. Well, I kind of think it was the counselor's fault too, the way that he asked the question, because the way he asked the question was, um, if if somebody was, if that was you in that circumstance where a person was involved in that thing, would you have, would you want to have anything to do with them after that? And the other five guys said no, and I started getting defensive right off the bat, and the counselor shut me up. I I argued with them a little bit, and he didn't want me to give my he didn't want to hear my mouth.
mhm.
So so he shut me up, and I told him, I said, really? I said, I've got freedom of speech, and you think you can take that away too? So I just shut my mouth after that, and at the end of the class, he let me say what I wanted to say.
So
So
took your freedom of speech away.
he did for a minute till I said that, and at the end of
Well,
the
but
class,
then you
he asked
stopped
me,
talking, so he kind of did.
Lauren's fucking stupid, and that he thinks freedom of speech is just this license to speak out whenever you want, as if you don't have to abide by any rules, that you are free from consequence, and all these other things. It's as if you live in your own fairy tale where you are king upon the throne. Anything you say goes, and nobody can ever stomp upon that or withhold you from saying what you say. Which I guess they can't. You can sit there screaming while they're dragging you out of court or doing whatever, but there are consequences and there are rules and there are reasons that people can't speak out of turn, and there's things called, common courtesy and conversation. A lot of things that require a back and forth, and it requires one person to shut the fuck up while another person speaks. One's the listener, the receiver, and one's the speaker, kind of thing. That's lost upon Lorne. What he thinks the First Amendment says is, I, Lorne Armstrong, can talk and do whatever I want to say, and then anything that happens outside of that is fucking Xavier Bonner. Fuck you, fuck him, fuck Xavier. God, I hate him.
Huh?
He kind of did take your freedom of speech away, don't you think?
Yeah, well, yeah, he did.
Yeah, fucking totally took my First Amendment away. Just took it away right there.
Which
Right
I
then and there.
didn't tell my lawyer about that one. When I talked to him, that pissed me off.
You violate your.
The fuck is your lawyer gonna do? Your counselor told you to shut the fuck up, probably because somebody else was talking and you got offended and huffy puffy, and then you wanted to interject. Well, now you're infringing on that guy's First Amendment. So what happens then, Lorne? Do you go into a battle? Do you duel to the death or something? I don't know where this guy gets off thinking he's just he's such a narcissist to the point where any infringement upon his just own powers that be and his free will is tantamount to murder. But if anybody does it to him, it's the same thing. He needs to be able to freely exist, and everybody needs to warp their own, reasonable expectations around what he might think or what he might feel. And this is why this guy needs to be banished to an island unto himself with no vegetation, barely any oxygen, and nothing but salt water. Period.
Civil rights.
Yeah.
Mm.
That kind of irritates me quite a bit.
Yeah, does it?
But it's like I'm stuck in a place where I promised Bryce that I wouldn't fight with them about being in class right now, because Bryce said Bryce is my probation officer.
Oh.
He's also the supervising probation officer. Usually I have a different probation officer because Bryce is the supervising probation officer.
They got the big guy on ya.
What's that?
They got the big guy on ya.
Yeah, and Casey's right here. Lorne thinks that, I don't know, this is some flex or something, but this lets you know that he's fucking pissed a bunch of people off, and he's fucked up so hard that the head honcho has to start looking over this asshole, and he's just like, I don't know why he's bragging about this. If anything, you want the apprentice to look over you because you're such an easy case and they can get their reps in to just understand how to do paperwork and run a fucking meeting or something. No, you have to have the head fucking dude look over you because you're so stupid and retarded and fucking moronic and shitty that nobody can be trusted with you because at any given opportunity, you're either going to try to fuck the system or fuck with the system or fuck up the system. And half the time, 3/4 of the time, you don't even know that you're doing it. It's just you existing because you suck.
Yeah. Well, he's
Must be a troublemaker.
Yeah. No, my normal supervisor, my normal probation officer moved to a different area. So until they find a replacement for her, Bryce is taking over.
She let Lorne get away with too much shit, so they did the whole Catholic Church thing and just moved her to a different precinct is exactly what happened. And that's why he's under the head honcho now. This wasn't some fucking accident. They don't just have like one person and then the main dude. He's not managing just a single individual. There's a reason that she got moved, and there's a reason that Lorne is underneath this dude's fucking thumb right now. Don't let that be lost upon you.
Until they find her replacement. So, which shouldn't be too long anyway. Usually they don't take very long to find replacements. But this is what brought all my questions today.
Oh.
Okay.
Did they say it was weird that I like to talk on the phone in my car?
No, they didn't, because I didn't mention anything to them about that.
Oh, that was just your own thought.
That was my own thought.
So what did you mean by that?
It was my own.
And
okay,
it was a red flag.
Gonna stay honest with you. All I could think was, okay, well, she's staying in her car talking to me, not going in her house. So what's in her house that she doesn't want me to be here?
All my husbands are in the house.
You're a little smart ass. Okay, then I got two
So
more.
that was the reason, because I'm hiding something in my house.
That was what I was wondering, because
Wow.
that's happened to me before. That's happened to me before. That's why that popped into my head.
A very paranoid thought.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, it's happened to me before. That's why that popped into my head. But
How many times that happened to you?
Oh, that's happened. Twice.
So 2 times you dated someone who talked in their car, who had husbands?
Yeah. Yeah, well, one had a fiance that I didn't know about, and the other one had lived with her family.
Well, so
I didn't, she did.
okay, but what were their husbands doing when you were hanging out with them? Like when they were at your house, where were their husbands?
I have no idea. I never asked them because I didn't know that she had a fiance.
Or like when you went over to your girlfriend's house, you didn't see any pictures of them up there?
No, no. This was over the phone. I met her. This was part of the Church of CAWKN crap.
There's your problem.
Yeah.
You shouldn't date people over the phone.
Well, I'm not saying that because there's you. Yeah, I shouldn't have dated anybody that was involved with that Church of CAWKN crap. That's for damn sure. It really, that was a terrible trip.
Okay. So that's it. All your questions. What else you got for me?
Okay, I guess. I'm telling you.
I love his grunts, especially when Lorne has to reread text messages that he sent behind people's backs, and he goes, like he spends too much time around his dogs or some shit, and that's the only way he can convey his discontent. I love it when he does that shit. He's a fucking animal.
So I can be honest with you. Because I want you to know everything. I don't want to hide anything from you. Okay, I talked to my lawyer yesterday, and I told him the problem that I had. I told him what the problem that I had with Bryce. No, with Bryce, with my counselor. And I told my lawyer about you. He
Mhm.
asked me if I was nuts. See, it sucks because I don't relate you to the show anymore,
Mhm.
and they're relating you to the show.
Yeah. I mean,
And that
that's
sucks.
fair.
And and my brother Richard, I called him, and he reacted the same way as my lawyer did.
Mhm.
And they think there might be some kind of setup, but they're
Yeah.
not the
Who
ones
else did
talking.
you tell?
Roy, Mom, and Paul.
I
And
think it's a setup. Like how? Gonna come
that's
arrest
what, that's
you?
what I don't know. Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out is, how can it be a setup? She's 36 years old. She doesn't have anything to do with Chris. She's not hiding anything from me. But they don't talk to you, and they don't. And, well, especially when you told me don't tell Chris that we're talking. That's the problem I have is that they don't know what you and I talk about, and they don't know the way that you react to things, and and maturity that you have. And they don't know that you really
Lauren
don't have
giving a
anything to do
sermon
with
on
Chris anymore.
maturity. Here we are, full circle. Jesus
Oh yeah.
Christ.
We just worked on that
They just keep,
couple shows.
yeah, they relate you to the show because that's all they can think about, and they're not thinking it's 14 years later.
Mhm.
They're thinking back then. And but I'm not thinking back then. I haven't thought about back then I haven't related you to the show for a long time.
Mhm.
And but I told mom, and she didn't say anything. She said other than really. I said yeah. And Paul, he just says whatever, do whatever you want. I don't care. He says.
Mhm.
And Roy said the past is the past. I'll leave it in the past.
Roy's so smart. The past is past. You can't change the past. Oh, Lorne. You can learn so fucking much from Roy if you can wake him up out of the gutter. When he quotes his family, and it's shit that you learn in, like, I don't know, kindergarten, like these old saying some fortune cookie shit, and he just passes it off as, wow, man, like this is the new age Buddha right here. He's coming up with shit like we've never learned. Like I can't change the past. You're fucking joking. Like I've spent my whole life like trying to fix what I used to did and then used to do. But I could just used to not to do that and to go back and then I just move forward. You saying? This is what a dink is, man. This is 113% dink every stream.
That's the way I think too. I got to leave it in the past, I told everybody, or the people that were negative thinking about it. I told them, I said, why would you be against me talking to her? I said, she's not the one that did anything. I said, I'm the one that did it. And even in class, I said that. I was pissed. I said, me not talking to her just because she was in this thing. I said, she's not the one that did the crime. It was me that did the crime. I said, ain't
He
no
does
way I
have
should
that
condemn
right.
her for doing something that I did.
Right.
And that's why oh God, when I pissed it off. Because I even, what day was it? Thursday, I called my counselor because I was pissed. I was on my way back from Skowhegan and I was pissed. I kept thinking about it. And I told him, and I said, why on earth would you want me to ask, want to ask the class that? I, I said, you act like she's the one that did something. I said, and it was me that did something. So I'm pissed off at you for making me feel like I shouldn't talk to her because I did something. She said, he said, well, didn't she say?
Notice how Lorne's always pissed off for somebody making him feel like something, as if he has no responsibility, no free will. Everybody inflicts themselves upon him, and he is forced to feel a certain emotion. He can never reconcile his own thoughts and his own emotions. He can never say, hey, I feel a certain way right now, but I can't help that. But what I can't help is the way that I react. No. What he says is the universe is constantly forcing itself upon me and drawing out the exact emotion that I also consequently and I just wish to elicit this, and it just so happens to be the emotion I'm feeling right now. It's like I'm rolling box cars every single time playing dice. I can never lose because it's everybody else doing it to me. I have no free will in this endeavor. This is not my First Amendment being infringed upon. I'm just gonna react. He's a fucking asshole when it comes to this shit because he always wants to play the victim as if he's forced into a corner and always made to be, I don't know, some little tiny dog that's finally lashing out, which I guess in some cases it may be the case. But for the most part, what he does is this is when he doesn't have any more leverage in the situation, and also when it comes to him wanting to get out of a situation where he's 112% in the wrong and he's the user and abuser in the situation. So when he's called out upon it, he doesn't have an out. It's automatically, well, I fucking had to do it because and then my emotions, and I was just trying, and I was fucking confused, and that's where he draws that line is I don't have a way to exit the situation, so automatically it's you guys inflicting yourselves upon me and forcing my hand. And he's a piece of shit because of that, because 99% of the times, as we know, in the catfish situations, they manifest and create situations to just see how he would react. He has multiple outs, such as just admitting when you're wrong, admitting when you lie, admitting that you're being retarded, admitting just anything other than your hand is forced and you have no other option, no other route, no other exit opportunity. But, that's Lorne. Fuck it. He's never wrong.
You up? I said, well, sure. She's not the one that set me up. She was the actress.
No, I just had to play the little girl.
I had to play the little girl.
But you weren't the one that set me up. That was perverted justice set me up. It was my fault that I went there.
And Lorne thinks about this situation in terms of like, well, I didn't get to get her when she was 14, but I'll serve a couple years in prison if I can get that juicy peach when she's 19 or whatever the fuck. This is like a victory for him. This is, in anybody else's world and mind, they'd be like, get the fuck away from me. Like, you want to atone for your sins and the shit you did, and you want to get better and do better. But like, this is a fucking victory lap for him. Like, I served X amount of years in prisons. Now I'm about to fucking get my cake. God, he's a weirdo.
And so it pisses me off the way that they're reacting to stuff. What do you want, Roy?
I'm on the phone with the girl I tried to rape, Roy.
Regular biscuit, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Roy.
Yeah, I'll go talk to Sue. I'm on the phone.
Go fucking Bantu with Sue. This is the girl I tried to rape 8 years ago, Roy. The fuck out of here.
It's okay. Sorry.
Fuck him, dude.
Yeah, but it's important that you know this stuff. because I'm sure Bryce is going to wind up having a talk with me too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I just want you to have a heads up on stuff. The difference with my trust with you and with Jamie is completely different, because it's like with Jamie, I trust Jamie, but I'm still on edge with Jamie and always have been. And with you, I don't have that.
You always have been. Didn't you date her for like 2 years?
Yeah. So the reason I always have been is because of her best friend Will being there all the time. And Will was married to Winnie, and Winnie was the one that betrayed you for a year.
Oh, okay.
Stupid.
So
Yeah.
Winnie was me and was married to Will.
Yeah, and I never knew anything about Winnie even being married.
Do y'all think his lip is calloused? Where that one tooth pokes forward, and every time he talks, there's like this abrasive friction rubbing up and down upon it. Like, do you think like that's just like a particularly thick part of his lip, or not? I've always wondered that, because when he smiles, it looks painful on that front right side.
Okay. But so
No.
you haven't trusted Jamie for dating here for 2 years because she had a friend.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
confused.
see, Jamie and Will left California to get away from them because Will and Winnie got divorced. Because Winnie fell in love with me, and she told Will that, and she gave had divorce papers delivered to Will, and so Jamie and Will both uh, both wound up getting COVID, and after they both got over COVID, Jamie had her voice problem, so she had a friend in Nashville, and that's where one of the specialists was in Nashville. So she went, her and Will went and stayed with that friend in Nashville, and that's where
Oh,
Jamie
that's
still
nice.
is. Yeah.
Okay. So that made her not trustable. Why?
Well, it, it she still has something to do with Winnie's sister, and Winnie's sister wasn't trustable either.
Okay.
So there's just things about that whole group, because actually a woman named Emma was the one that actually started the whole thing, and she wound up getting other people involved to catfish me, and it was just a whole cycle of being catfished for a few years, and without me knowing what was going on, and me not knowing who was behind the whole thing. And it turned out that Emma and Winnie were behind the whole thing.
So
And
how many people have catfished you?
there's actually, well, I
Everyone.
actually say three, because Emma was just a friend, but she was the one that was helping to set the whole thing up for from some girl named Ramona, which was the first one, and then Winnie, which was the second one. She portrayed you. Then they'd record me on my they'd get me all upset, and
I love him spark noting his own catfish adventure. It's so funny right there. And he does it so straight faced.
especially when I was drinking beer, they'd they'd get me all wound up, and I'd go off on them, and they'd record me.
How
And well,
so?
the worst part,
Like, how did they wind you up?
they'd wind me up um, by having Winnie do stupid shit like doing drugs, and or
So
having her
they like
having her
drugged her?
no, well, Well, she did drugs anyway. I found out after, but they'd have her pretending like she was doing drugs right then and there on the phone. They'd have her acting like she was doing drugs. I'd be trying to tell her not to do them.
How do you act like you're doing drugs on the phone?
Just like you're snorting stuff. Make the snorting sound. Sounds like you're snorting up drugs.
Oh my god.
And that got you wound up?
Yeah, because I don't, never done drugs. I don't like drugs. Don't believe in drugs. And she was,
Well, so after she did drugs on the phone the first time, why did you continue talking to her?
I don't know. Because for a while, okay, for a while, she didn't do the stuff for a while. She acted like she was all neat and clean for a while, until they got me so that I had feelings for her.
Okay.
So then she started doing the drug thing. Then it was just one thing after another. They just constantly think up. Yeah, then it was an all sex thing. It was sexual. She was just doing all kinds of stupid sex shit, and it was supposedly because of drugs.
Then why did you let it continue?
Because I still have feelings for her. So finally,
That doesn't make any sense, though.
well, when you love someone, you do things that don't make sense. You hang on when it doesn't make sense to hang on.
But she was a drug addict who would have sex with people.
Yeah.
Whether she was really having sex with them or not, I don't know.
But you thought she was.
I thought she was, yeah.
And she pretended to be me.
She pretended to be you. For a year, she pretended to be you.
So what did they say when they were pretending to be me?
For at first, it was that you had a dance school and that you owned a dance school, and that they could drive by all the time. And well, Emma said she could drive by at any time and see you at the dance school, if you were working or not. And that's kind of how part of it started right there, was because Emma would drive by, and she say she was driving by, and she would call me, and she'd say that she was looking at through the windows of your dance school right now, and she couldn't see you in there. And
You know what's creepy is 90% of this conversation, Lorne's naked. He's either pacing his house or stroking his chode while he's talking to Casey, or any other catfish at that point. The only times he's fully clothed or has even one layer on is when he's in truck and he's driving the fucking truck over somewhere.
and she said that, well, there was one time that she hung up with me, told me that she was going to hang up and she was going to go in and check see if you were there, and she pretended like she actually went in to see if you were there, and then she came back and called me and told me that you weren't there, and she said that your employees inside said that you hadn't been in all day, and that's kind of how all that thing with the drugs got started.
So, okay. Does she look like me? How did you think she was me?
Well, I took Emma's word. Well, they sent me some pictures of you, and told me that just took their word for it by the pictures. So I knew what you looked like.
So they said I was doing drugs.
Yeah. But no, Winnie didn't look anything like you. I found out at the end. It was very, very sad.
But did you meet her when you realized
Nope.
it wasn't me?
Nope. I met Emma and her boyfriend Dan. I met them, 'cause I actually invited them to my house. And they came to my house, and I didn't know at the time what they were doing, but they brought a 6-pack of beer over,
Mm.
and
What happened to your
6-pack of
house?
beer. What happened to my house?
Hmm.
What do you mean? What happened to my house?
You were living in a house?
Oh, well, no, the trailer.
Oh, okay.
I I just consider it a house. It's a trailer house. I hate saying the word trailer.
Trailer
I hate saying
house?
that. I hate that. Yeah, I hate saying that I live in a trailer. That's why I keep
Well,
trying to turn it into a house.
a trailer house doesn't sound better.
Yeah,
It
I
still
don't
has
know.
the
Just
word
the word house.
trailer in it. You know what I mean?
I know. Yeah, I know.
Whatever
It's
makes you feel better, I guess.
yeah. It just makes me feel better.
Okay.
But
So how are you in love with her if you never met? That's where I'm confused.
well, because we'd be over the phone. We'd be over the phone like all the time.
Yeah, but like you never
Even when I was
like
working.
went on dates or anything. So like how did you love
No,
her?
just spending all that time with her on the phone and going through things with her that I think that in my mind was real, but
But it wasn't.
it wasn't.
So you loved her and the entire time she was playing a game with you?
Yep.
Wow. And then
And when I
it was you
when I
said it was
when I
before
invited
that?
Emma over here,
Uh-huh.
huh? When I invited
Sorry,
Emma
I'm
over
just
here,
trying to figure it all out. Very confusing.
it it is. It's very confusing. I know. When I invited Emma over here, Emma and her boyfriend, um, I didn't know what they were doing, but they brought a 6-pack of beer over, and Emma was sitting next to me, and of course Emma had always talked about her tits and her tattoos and all this shit, and I wasn't attracted to Emma. Emma was married when I first met her, but because of her
What does this
obsession,
have to do with anything?
well, because of her obsession with me, she started having, she wound up doing drugs and losing her son because she got so obsessed with me and hanging around the wrong people. And
But
she got a
they
divorce from
all
her husband.
you said okay. Continue, sorry.
She got a divorce from her husband, and her and Dan wound up being boyfriend and girlfriend. And Dan was in this same Church of God thing as that Emma was in.
So
And
then
but Dan,
how do you know any of that's true?
I don't for a fact because I never did research on them. I took their word.
So none of that could be true. You
Yeah,
could
none of
be
it could
happily
be true.
married and everything.
Yeah, could be. I mean,
Probably
they
is.
probably they're messed up. Period. I mean, the whole thing was messed right up.
Fucked right
Emma and
up.
Dan showed up here and with a 6-pack of beer for me, and Emma had a tank top on, and she had her cleavage showing as much as she possibly could, wanted me to see her tattoos and all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, it looked terrible.
Why
But
does that matter?
He's a lying sack of shit. You know, he was like, if fucking Dan wasn't here, I'd be tearing that apart. Because I was a little bit of a man whore back in. What do you say? Oh, I was a male slut. I was a male slut back in the day. Lorne's acting as if he's above anybody right now, particularly Emma and Dan, who are the only people to show him true companionship, even if they were pretending. That is the truest companionship he's had in a decade plus. I don't know. Ever since he got busted and had to leave his dog in in an apartment without AC to either succumb to hunger or heat exhaustion. Thankfully, Tony came down to rescue the animal from Maine to fucking Tennessee, and that's why he makes Lorne buy all the beer all the time, because that was a hellacious gas bill. So you're still on the hook for that too. Plus Betty, you fuck nugget.
She was always talking about her tits and her tattoos, and well, and Dan was across the table from
Okay,
me.
but what
He
does
had his
it
phone up.
matter though? I keep asking, and you're not telling me why that matters to everything
Because
else.
it, it, it always irritated me that she did that, because I considered her a friend and she was always trying to hit on me, and I didn't like it. I had always told her, not, don't do it, don't hit on me because you're just my friend. And but she had always done it, and that it
Right,
irritated
right.
me.
Okay, but why is that being? Why are you mentioning that? Like,
Because
what
they
does that
did
have
that for
to do with
she did it for
the
a reason.
other girl who was like catfishing you and doing drugs or whatever?
Because the Emma and Winnie were friends. Emma and Winnie and Dan were all friends.
But
So
okay,
they were all doing this catfish thing together. And when Emma and Dan were here, Dan was sitting across the table from me recording me when I didn't know it. And they were talking. They had brought gifts that Winnie had wrapped up for me, and
like what?
it, I can't remember what it was now, but she did a terrible job wrapping it, and it looked like a 2-year-old wrapped it. Seriously, like
The expert gift wrapper Lorne giving some feedback and
the whole thing was
criticism.
just so screwed up. It's hard to believe that I didn't catch on to what they were doing.
Yeah, seems like you should have figured that out.
Yeah, but when
Or
I
like
did figure it out,
when she was pretending to be me and doing drugs.
But to be fair, how could you know as Lorne if you've only been catfish for the better part of a decade? And legitimately, anybody that contacts you outside of, living in Cornville or Skowhegan, any of the neighboring counties to Maine, when they've all been catfish, how could you know definitively that the next person that contacts you without any rhyme or reason? Why would they not be real? Why would they not be real? I feel for Lorne here. I think he's on the right path. Like, you have to navigate through all the brush, and then that's when you get to the oasis, right? Like, you just, everybody that hits you up and within 12 hours starts asking for your nudes, and will you sell them a broken vacuum? Can you send pictures of you mid shit over a commode and let me see the poop coming out of your anus? Like, those seem to be pretty stand-up, truthful people. I don't understand why Lorne gets such a bad rap for being a fucking idiot and a moron all the time, because I feel like he's got a pretty good head on his shoulders, and I feel like he can scope these things out before they start to bite him in the ass. But maybe that's just me being a little bit too hyperbolic in my assessment of this fucking idiot, stupid moron. He's smart. No, he's smart. He's a genius. Sorry.
That was during like the beginning, right?
yeah. Well,
So then why did you
actually
still
about 6
talk to
months.
her?
It was actually about 6 months after.
Not a
about
very
6
long
months.
time.
No, not a very long time, but I was
Yeah.
also spending
Yeah.
a lot of time with her
Yeah.
on the phone.
Okay. So what did them coming to your trailer have to do with that? I'm just trying to make sense of what you're saying, because you kind of seem all over the place.
It's because trying to remember the stuff. It's the whole thing just is all over the place. It's kind of like sporadic
So,
memories of it. But
so,
Dan was recording me. He was sitting across the table from me, recording me, and I didn't know it.
so
That's
why
the stuff that they would do.
did you continue to talk to someone who lied to you and tricked you?
I don't know. I ask myself that now, but then back then I think part of it was because I still had feelings for Winnie, and
But,
Emma was
but she was
connected with
pretending.
me. Yeah, she was pretending.
So you
but yeah,
basically
but
had
see, I was.
feelings for someone who didn't even exist.
Yeah, but see, I wasn't pretending, so my feelings were still there. So it was like I was holding on to something that wasn't real, but it was hard to let
Yeah,
go of it.
but you get what I'm saying. So
Wasn't
when she
fucking
was pretending to
real.
be me, and then you found out she wasn't me, basically the person you fell in love with didn't exist the entire time.
Exactly.
Right. So then why after that did you continue talking to her after
Well,
you found out that it wasn't me and she didn't love you and everything she said was just made up?
because then her sister started in on me. Her sister wanted.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
How many women have catfished you?
It was fucked up. I'm telling you.
Well, so after she lied to you, why would her sister all of a sudden not also be a liar?
Then I don't know. They seem so different the way that they talk. I mean, I don't even know if she was really her sister.
And you dated
It's just
her
something
too?
Huh?
So you thought you were dating her sister?
I started to for a little bit.
Why would you
That didn't
date
work.
your girlfriend's sister?
Well, because that was messed up.
Kind of messed up, don't you think?
It was very messed up.
Well,
whole
like
thing
what
was
you
messed
did. I mean, like
Yeah,
dating someone's sister.
Well, yeah, it was. But I was messed up at the time too. So I didn't know what to think and what to believe and who to believe and how to believe anything in. And I was messed up with everything that they were doing. And I was going a lot by what Emma would tell me, and it was just it was a very messed up situation. And it's like Jamie. I knew Jamie knew them, but I had only talked to Jamie like one time or maybe two times. I think I had talked to her during that whole thing with Emma and Winnie and Debbie and during that whole 2 years. And then the next thing I know, well, after I'm done with Winnie, well, Jamie's interested in me. But Jamie's the only one that was honest with me about anything. And she's the one that sent me her
Yeah.
ID.
Oh,
And
okay.
the thing I didn't tell you about Jamie is the thing that I wanted to keep a secret for the time being was she has notoriety. She has some notoriety, and
Like
it's because she's a porn
she's
star.
caught in a sting. Oh,
porn star.
She was caught in
And that
a
was
sting.
very hard for me.
why?
Yeah, and this is such a funny foil here. Like, would it be hard for Jamie to claim a guy that was caught in a sting The sting being catching people who are predators trying to fuck children versus you just uh, trying to reconcile your feelings with having a long distance relationship with somebody who does porn for a living and just has sex on camera for money rather than for, well, it could be for pleasure, I assume, and for a multitude of different things, but for the most part the reason that you have sex on camera and that you are a porn star and you're in the porn industry is for money. I mean, that's the numero uno, right? But for Lorne, these emotions, because he's been so neglected throughout his life and he has been the third pick out of two choices, he rationalizes this and reconciles this as something that he's being picked last and thought about of his emotions and his thoughts and his opinions on this situation are being ill considered, and he's not being I guess chased after and pined after, and he fucking hates that. He hates that any of his girlfriends would so much that they're just so eager to go fuck other dudes than to worry about his emotions and his thoughts, and he just wants one time to be like the catch of the day, and he's never going to be that because he's, number one, he's ugly as fucking sin, and number two, you're also a convicted pedophile. Like, I mean, there's a whole bunch of different things, but he feels like he can surmount all of that and just have this redeeming moment where all of a sudden Lorne Armstrong he's in right now. He is the thing that you want to latch onto and be a part of. But it's never gonna fucking happen. And the catfish exploit this to the max. They absolutely make use of his narcissism and use it against him all the time. And it's so fun to see how he tries to wrap his mind around why this is possible and why this is happening and how it's got to be some sort of coincidence because he's the ultimate catch, right?
Well, because it was hard for me to think about her going out and having sex with somebody else and then coming back and telling me that she loves me.
But it's not hard for you to do that with any of your other exes.
Okay.
That's
FAWKN.
That's a very difficult thing for me to grab onto.
Dickhead. Fuck you, dude.
But she was always, I could always trust her, but I've always been on edge with her because of her having a connection to them.
And
A connection.
So after you started dating, you became a porn star?
No, she was a porn star before, long before I started dating.
Okay. So then why did it bother you?
Well, because now I was with somebody that was sleeping with other guys, and then she came back and told me that
but
she
you
loved
knew
me.
that.
I know, but it didn't bother me before, but when I got with her, it bothered me.
Wow, that poor woman.
Yeah, that poor woman. No shit.
She's really a nice person. She's a very nice woman. And
she hated you.
Yeah, that's terrible.
She treated you like dog shit.
He liked you and dated you, and then in the middle of your relationship, you just decided you didn't like her job.
Yeah.
Wow, that poor woman.
I know. I even brought it to come.
Yeah, in the midst of it, he decided he didn't like it. It wasn't anything beforehand. There's no tells previously of the past 10 years of calls that we have, and there's nothing that is readily evident in Lorne Armstrong's personality or his behavior that would give it away that he would not be okay with this. Nothing at all. This is brand new content. Never before seen Lorne Armstrong uncomfortable with his crush of the day, his catch of the day, his crush of the moment, whatever you want to call it. Them just having any sort of outside communication, talking to anybody of the opposite sex. That never before have we seen him so dismayed and disapproving and honestly just let down. This is a new Lorne Armstrong we're seeing here. I can only imagine.
The glass, and I asked him if I was wrong.
Fucking hypocritical
Well,
little
yeah, if he already
bitch.
had the job.
Little bitch.
I know.
You're a fucking pussy.
It's a difficult thing for me to handle.
Yeah, I bet it is. And it's only difficult in so much as he can't return the favor. He's not witty enough, he's not intelligent enough, he's not attractive enough to counter any of these things. So he is always submissive in these moments. He is always the benefactor of whatever anybody else has to dole upon him. He can never ever return the favor in the form of I can one up on you. He just can't. And so he gets into these little moments where he's trying to act as if he's just completely aware and he can absolve himself of any feeling or emotion on the whole situation, and then just pretend that he's self-reflective and all this other bullshit. But at the end of the day, Lorne Armstrong wishes he had the power over these people, that the people have power over him. I mean, that's pretty much the way to put it, I suppose, if that even makes sense. But anyway, that is the end of this call. We're gonna finish out the last 20 seconds. I'm gonna end the stream, and then we can pick it up a little bit on a later date. I think the next stream I'm gonna do is going to be continuing the entry series, the Ramona saga, and continuing to scroll through the dump. And then when I have, I don't know, like a free hour or two, we'll just roll through the Casey calls, because it's just an easy way to not really get too deep into the lore. And I mean, this was the finishing series, so everybody's pretty much caught up, doesn't have any spoilers. Anyway, thanks for everybody coming out. Tickle voice, all you guys, dude. It was great to see you. Thanks for hanging out. Peace.
There's part of me that knows that I'm wrong about it, and that I should be able to accept it. But with the way that I felt about her, it made it harder to accept it.
Yeah, I guess you should have thought about that before dating her.
Yeah, I should have.